We are also going to be adding to that XR radio the Kenwood DVR N520. This is a dash cam designed to integrate with the radio. Inside the box, the dash cam itself is nice and small and compact. There's no screen on this because it is going to use the screen of the radio. The main wiring harness. When the main wiring harness plugs into the top of the camera, this area here, this piece is designed to go over the top just like this and cover that to finish off and make it look nicer. To attach it to the window, it comes with this mount here, has a simple clip on it, slides in from the camera side, snaps into place, and will sit on the dash just like this. What you're trying to do is not line this up with the center of dash, you're trying to line the camera up with the center of the dash. When sticking this to the front of the car, if you line this up with the center of the rear view mirror, you'll have the desired results that you're looking for, and that the left and right are balanced and it's in the center of the vehicle. There's also an SD card that comes with it and an SD card reader. The camera is pretty basic as far as the buttons that it needs because most of the controls are built in the radio. You have a record button here if you'd like to have it start recording, power, a mic, an auto button as well, so you can do some basic programming from the unit. It has two lights on here to tell you what is happening, both record and microphone record. The power harness is about thickness of a 10 gauge power wire, and it is fully insulated all the way down to the very end here, which is what goes behind the radio. It's a fairly robust cable. We're going to put some braided loom over the first 1.5 feet of this just so where you see it coming out. It's merely for cosmetics and nothing else. The cable itself is very well insulated just so we don't have this sticking down and look a little bit more factory, because most factories do use some form of a braided loom come down to the mirror. As far as the power requirements go, it has this white end right here and this RCA. On the back of the Kenwood radio, you'll see this white plug here. Above it, it'll say dash cam. This white plug is designed to plug into that. On the 4 RCAs, there's also the one that says dash cam on one side, and if you flip the flag over, it says front cam on the other. That RCA is going to be used for the dash cam. How it knows the difference between dash cam and front is in the setup of the radio. When we're at the end of the install, we'll show you where you're going to turn that on and off. Power requirements for the camera: it needs a constant 12 volts, a ground, and an accessory. That means when wiring up the harness, make sure you add a provision for this. This is the pigtail for constant, accessory, and ground. It's just teed in the main harness here for the dash cam. When installing a dash cam, you kind of think about what it is you're trying to look at. We've seen dash cams installed in all different areas of the car. If it's a forward-facing dash cam, you want to make sure you get good left, good right view of what is going on. If you put it all the way in the corner, you might not necessarily get what's coming from the passenger side of the car into the frame. This particular camera is designed to be mounted in the center of the dash. The reason for that is there's a hood line that you set up, there's a elevation sunset line that you set up, and it's just really, that's where it's made to go. When we were looking at it, you saw how the mount and the lens are off center. Let's take a look at how we want to actually do that. Fernando's in the car and he's going to position the camera and such, and I'm going to sit at the front and line it up so that that lens is perfect with the mirror, the center of the windshield. So this is the area here that we're hoping to line the lens up with. Go that way just like 1/4 of an inch. You can come down some with it, that way he can get to the buttons. Go that way some. Right there. If you can twist the base, yeah, there you go, right like that. That's perfect. Base needs to go down on the passenger side just a hair, so that's good. Okay, yep, right there. Just twist it just a little, like, yeah, perfect. Push, got it. In the front corners at the or just right here, push there, yeah, right there and right there. Okay, you're good. And this is what the final product looks like. We added a little notch right here to bring that wire in with the factory wiring. We couldn't get it in any sooner because this sits flash up against the windshield. But this will keep that wire tucked in there, and then once we get it activated, we will be able to level it with the hood of the car, and then we'll tighten this up. Select dash cam. When you're on dash cam, select the camera with the arrow in the bottom left-hand corner. Select the gear in the bottom right-hand corner. And this will take you into the setup page. Here you can turn on and off all the features of the camera. Select driving support settings. Select mounting height at the bottom of the page. You have 3 options: 1.2 meters, 1.35 meters, and 2 meters. Ours is going to be 1.2 meters, so we'll leave it at the factory setting, but if you have a taller vehicle, make sure you change that. Detection range settings, the big thing in the middle that doesn't look like an adjustment, tap that. And you're going to have 2 lines. The horizon line, which is the blue line that is blinking, and then the white line at the bottom of the page, which is the hood line. I like to start with the hood line, which can be changed by tapping the car and left-hand side. And then the 2 arrows you can use to adjust the hood line up or down. This is also going to allow you to see if the camera is level. In our case, it looks like the camera is up a little high on the passenger side. Grab your camera and twist it a little bit while watching the display screen until it lines up good with that black line on the dash. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, just the closer you can get it, the better. You're gonna bump it and hit it throughout its life, so it won't matter if it's not 100%. Next, select the horizon line. If you're outside, it's fairly easy to just look down a long road and adjust it. In this case, we kind of know it's the top of our workbench there. Can adjust down to that area. And that's it. The camera is set up. Select the back arrow in the right-hand corner. X out of the whole thing.
Please insert SD card.
She's gonna ask you to put an SD card in there. On the top of the screen, you'll see on the left-hand side, it says rear camera. That'll show you the backup camera. And then if you select dash cam, you can use this as well. So you can have either one of them up and active at the time. If you tap the center of the screen, it'll close both cameras.